Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is going to be a Heart of the Swarm. Really amazing Dario Vench, LiquidTLO. And in the bottom left, we're going to have ESCGoOdyT. Agreed upon by most pro players as the most frustrating Terran to play against. He is the definition of Turtle Terran. He has recently had some decent results. We saw him in the ESET Winter Invitational where he took second, won $2,500. Can't complain about that, especially for an online tournament. Very, very nice. That is cast by Maddles, which is at MaddlesSC2 in Jorsar, which I believe is at Jorsar. Both very, very good casters. Maddles is one of my favorites. Actually just designed a new UI for his casting, just because I enjoy his casting so much. Wanted to give him a little bit more of a professional, cleaner look. But anyways, let's pay attention to the game now. We have goOdyT with the 1 racks going down, and more than likely we're going to see TLO with a 15 hatch, as is pretty much the only opening, unless you're going to get like crazy aggressive with a pull gas first. But we do see the drone in fact going down for TLO. Hoping that they fix this. I was told that you can in fact fix this somehow, but I haven't really looked into the settings. There's such a big gap. Sometimes with the production queue it'll reach like all the way over here, especially when you're talking about Terran and sometimes Protoss, just because there's so much space in between each button. But they do offer this very nice, like you can click, oh, there's spawning pool, sweet, know exactly where it's at. Makes it much, much nicer for the observer and caster. TLO is in fact going to need to get this Overlord out of here, as well we can see this Marine is about done, and you don't want to lose an Overlord this early. He is flirting with death, and yes, in fact, he very well could lose this. I do not know that it's going to actually make it over there. Spawning pool coming down after hatchery, fairly standard. Just so when this pops and this pops at the same time, you can actually just get double queen, and it works out very nicely with your economy. As we can see, he is floating now over 300 minerals, and this Overlord does escape. TLO just with the game knowledge, knowing that if the Overlord's just right here, he can get away if there's only one Marine. Quick CC expand coming out and actually lifting off the barracks to try and snipe this Overlord off, but if he does a little hovering shenanigans, he should be good. As now, with this barracks lifted off, TLO will know that there is, in fact, no production coming out of goOdyT, which, well, make this quite difficult. He is, in fact, going to lose this Overlord, but with no production coming out, I'm surprised that we didn't see a small swell of Zerglings try and get up in here and do some damage. A quick third CC coming out from goOdyT. Very risky play so far, as, like I said, he doesn't even have a full wall off at the moment, as he did lift that barracks. It does look like we're just going to see a 3 queen opener. 2 gas at right around 36. This is a very, very, very standard timing, even from Wings of Liberty. Nice Overlord placement around the map so far. Just making sure you can see everything you need. We do see a factory coming down, so in a reactor, so it does look like it's going to be delayed. Reactor at Hellions, possibly Widow Mines, just for a soft kind of contain to keep things out. And this is something that I've been seeing a lot of Terran players do recently, where they'll actually skip the Hellion harass, and in order to get this third CC out and this third base up, you can just pump out Widow Mines and kind of place them all around near like the ramp and the entrances, say here and here and here. And basically it just allows you to freely macro, and you really don't need that many units. Because the Widow Mines, especially against Zerg, if you don't split up your units, or even if you have roaches, they still do so much damage. If you just have like 5 Widow Mines here, can tear through roaches very, very quickly. But we do see 4 roaches, in fact, coming out of LiquidTLO. He is supply blocked at the moment, and oh, there we go. And of course, as I say that, he does get out another Overlord. more than likely will be rallying these aggressively towards this base. We do see a starport coming down, so it does look like he is going to be moving into... Yep, and we do see Hellions actually rallied out to the Zerg player's base, and we are going to see a Banshee opening. This is very, very standard from Wings of Liberty, and no, he decides to not do that and just go with the Tech Lab here. Maybe going to try and get Stim out just a little earlier. We do see Roaches, though, flooding across for LiquidTLO, and this is not good, but Goody does know this, as he does have the Watchtower. So will we see these? Well, they can't transform just yet, as the armory is not down. And these Hellions do not, in fact, do too terribly much against Roaches. You do see a preemptive SCV pool, and it looks like he's just going to try and skip that, maybe pick off a few SCVs, just put on some pressure, make sure that his Terran counterpart does, in fact, overcommit just a tiny bit. Just going to check for a third Galil Reconstitution coming down, Banshee also coming out, and an Overseer does in fact see everything in the base. More factories coming down, so this does symbolize that mech play will in fact be coming out. And he's going to probably want to get these Roaches back home. We do get to see some new units here, folks. Swarm Hosts with the Enduring Locust, +1 range attack as well coming down for them, in a Nidus network. So what will TLO do? Is he going to use like a Nidus possibly right here just to instantly have Swarm Hosts so he doesn't have to walk across the map? That is quite a good idea. Really have not considered that too terribly much, to be honest. There is the Nidus network, and we will see what happens. Do these Swarm Hosts in fact go there? The Nidus is coming up. Oh my gosh, I could not have guessed better. I'm surprised that he didn't do it on the low ground, just to be a little bit more safe, as this is very close to Goody's vision. But I guess he does need, in fact, vision from the Overlord, so it would have to pretty much be in this area. This is way too risky. You do see preemptive turrets coming out of Goody, not really what he needed, and in fact now we're seeing Spore Callers thrown down. Very cool. The Swarm Hosts are going to start just sieging up. Viking picking off the Overseer here. I like this play so far, using the Overlord to actually spread a little bit more creep and allow the Locusts to just get up into the bunker just a little bit quicker. And one bunker already falling. These guys are pretty strong. There's no SCVs there. He did in fact bring a ton of queens to make sure that he can spread creep as well. TLO making things interesting already. This is what he is known for, an extremely crazy play. He just loves to do stuff that people do not expect. And as we can tell, Goody was not quite prepared for this. Picking off a siege tank already, and that is huge. I'd love to see possibly like an Overseer up here so we can pick off these siege tanks. We do see a ton of damage being done though from LiquidTLO. Workers Lost Tab is going to start rising very quickly, in fact. These queens and their tank units coming in. And more Swarm Hosts join the party. He is up to 9 now, and they are going to start doing a ton of damage. In fact, Goody has to pull everything from his natural, and that is no good. Queen over here laying down in GG, called by Goody. A very interesting and, well, seems to be quite effective use of Swarm Hosts. I have not seen that play so far out of anyone, but TLO always doing cool things. If you are a Zerg player and you want to learn, he might be the best in the business to follow, as he doesn't really always play standard. He will always be teaching you something crazy, new, and unique, and you can catch your opponent off guard. Also, just want to note, very cool from Blizzard to, in fact, allow the creep to rise up on top of buildings. Super awesome.